Hello and welcome to day 3 of the ITS World Congress Live. We're going to be talking about urban mobility today, and we've got some pretty interesting exhibits to be visiting. So why don't you join us after the break? Hop on, hold on tight. Welcome back. Joining me on the bus right now is Jason Barnes, the technology editor of ITS International. So Jason, we're talking about the urban mobility today. How's that going to apply in ITS for the individuals as well?
It becomes, if you'll pardon the pun, a two-way street. You have information being pushed out to the individuals. You have the individuals' devices in the form of smartphones and so on, also pushing information back to your traffic managers. So you have a situation where you have a much richer data set, which ends up being a much improved service for all. This is where ITS gets interesting. This is where all that technology comes together to deliver services, convenience. You've got e-ticketing, you've got a Galileo, which is going to vastly improve people's ability to get positional information. And with that positional information comes the ability to have much more individually focused services.
So what does that actually mean for the individual? What do you mean by the individual services?
In a word, convenience. I need to get somewhere. What's the best way of doing it? What's the best way of doing it now? If something changes en route, what are my options? Ultimately, the best possible journey experience.
Well, let's go and have a look at some of those things. Well, when we talk about mobility for the smart cities of the future, one real challenge is how do we get people to get onto the public transport system? And once they're there, how do we move them through quickly? Well, Siemens have come up with an answer to some of that. It's called their e-ticketing system. And I'm joined now by Simone Kurle, who's going to take me through the e-ticketing system with my own ticket.
Yes.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Let's get on that subway.
Well, as you noticed, you didn't use the card actually to enter the wagon, but you just walked in with, well, the card somewhere. So actually the system detects the card nevertheless, and the system is actually called be in, be out. So it detects you once you enter the wagon and the vehicle is actually moving. So the system is that clever that it actually captures once you get in, start your trip, and then finish it once you get off. And so the system in the back calculates the best price for you. Well, we've just reached our station with the subway, but now we actually need to have a means of transportation also for the last mile. So we take a shared car, and you can take the very same smart card, put it on a reader. In this case, it indicates that you can open the car, and you get off with a shared car right at the station with the same card. And as you're driving, once you reach your destination where you want to stop, well, you clearly want to park somewhere. And again, you can use the same smart card. You open the barrier to the car park. Again, it is charged. The parking fee is charged to your ID, to your smart card. At the end, you'll get one single invoice, also including this parking. In some situations, we may still need the so-called check-in approach. So not the be in, be out, as we just saw, but that you actually have to use your card to access a station somewhere. Put it on a reader, pass through, and have actually reached our final destination.
Okay, we've reached our final destination. All went very smoothly, but I guess somebody has to pay for it.
Yeah, you're right, and we did quite a few trips. So we consolidated actually all your trips you've made through Vienna on one invoice. So you should better pay for that, I guess, yeah?
Right. I haven't actually got any money. You haven't got any money, have you? Thank you. Well, that was brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, I wonder how far I can actually get with one of these. Beam me up, Scotty. Welcome to space. Here I am in the space zone outside the main ITS World Congress. And I'm going to be joined now by Flometa Diani, who's going to talk to us about the Galileo satellite system and the impact that space has on the ITS industry.
So we just launched 4 satellites, the last 2 on the 12th of October this year, and these are already operational type of satellites, and we will start early services in 2014, at the end of 2014, and then continue the deployment of the constellation. But the satellites will be usable directly together with GPS satellites because they are fully compatible. So we see that we are facing like a new generation of navigation system. Many new systems are coming, not only Galileo, but also other regions are providing new navigation systems. And ITS system and services will have much better accuracy, reliability and robustness of the position, enabling new application and making better the existing ones. The best enhancement will be in a urban kind of environment where now we have some trouble sometimes to see the GPS satellite. We will have much more satellites at the same time, and this will make the accuracy down to meter or less than meter without additional sensors. And this accuracy will be provided also in other places of the world, like northern latitude, where now it's a bit difficult to see the current satellites.
Well, my feet are almost firmly back on the real ground. In fact, we're on the roof of a car park where we can see one of the applications that could actually in the future take advantage of some of that real precision navigation. At the moment, we're using sensors, but what an incredible bit of technology it is. You know that feeling when you turn up and you've got to park, you don't know where you're going to go? Well, Park for You have got an incredibly intelligent system that's going to do that. I'm joined by Harold Barth, who's going to tell us all about it.
The ultimate dream is to have a car that you can leave at the destination and that goes off finding its parking space itself and parking automatically. So what we did in the demonstration for the ITS in Vienna this year is a car that is using a car park, going around in circles, looking for a free parking space, and when it found it, it parks itself. And this all fully autonomous with the driver having the control of the car on a smartphone. So you don't have any more to look at the phone. You can even pocket it and walk away. However, you can grab it back and have a look. We have a camera inside the car, so you can see what the car is actually doing, and you will be notified once the car is completely parked, so that you know it's all safe and it's all sound. The car is equipped with sensors to find its way and to detect and determine parking spaces, but the same sensors are also used to make the autonomous drive safe. So if there is a pedestrian walking in or an unknown obstacle just in the way, it'll be captured and the car will immediately slow down or stop and make sure that nobody's hurt.
So we've parked the car safely and now we're doing the proper thing and taking the bus into the city centre. Now the residents of Vienna are going to have a new way of doing that within the next few weeks when they take over the electric city bus as it makes its entry for the first time. Now the city bus is developed by Siemens, and with us now is Arnold Wolfram, the Siemens cities expert in Austria, and he's in the driving seat for that project.
Yes, we as Siemens are very proud to present this bus here at the ITS World Congress. It is a prototype developed on the initiative of the Wiener Linien, the public service provider here in the city of Vienna. And we will introduce this car into service in the let's say in the next couple of weeks. And this bus will be able to drive around about 120 kilometers a day. So this is fully enough for the requirements of the city of Vienna, for the inner city transport requirements. Actually, you have several possibilities for recharging the bus. In this case, and due to the requirements of our customer, we decided to implement a pantograph on the top of the vehicle, and therefore this bus can be recharged after every ride. When he is waiting in the terminal station for his next tour, then the driver just has to lift the pantograph, and afterwards, after around about 15 minutes, he can continue his tour. And it can be easily operated in any city in the world.
So urban mobility certainly is that high on that agenda for ITS. That's it for us for today. Thank you for watching.